The nationwide outcry about sexual assault on college campuses.
Most colleges vastly underreport sexual assault.
There have been sexual assault cases involving athletes at St. John's, Syracuse.
Rape on campus when a friend or acquaintance turns out to be the rapist.
There's obviously more that we have to do to keep our students safe.
Sexual violence on college campuses is no new problem, but that doesn't mean it isn't a huge problem. Statistics say 1 in every 4 women will be sexually assaulted while they are on a college campus. The first issue is that college students, the affected audience, aren't educated in the matter. We interviewed LSU students to find out their perspective.
Pretty much touching someone inappropriately.
Any sexual thought or action that could be put onto somebody else without their consent.
Aggravated assault that is unwanted, more in like the sexual way, I guess.
Any unsolicited and unconsensual sex.
Sexual violence is anything that is like unwanted sexual contact that's like forced on another person.
It's when a person forcibly engages in sex with another person.
What about when alcohol comes into the mix?
I agree that alcohol should be a basis to void consent.
Because maybe she could be like passed out, like drunk level, while the guy maybe just had a drink or two. And like sometimes the guy might even just take advantage of her just because she has been drinking a lot.
I feel like the law is like, it should be there. I feel like that, because alcohol does completely affect like your perception and your sense of what's logical and what's not.
Well, if you're consuming alcohol, then your judgment is clouded.
Because a lot of people will make decisions that they will regret in the morning. But then also sometimes you can, like decipher if it's a good idea or not.
From 2010 to 2012, only 10 women reported sexual violence on LSU's campus. Programs that raise education and awareness of sexual violence occur all over LSU's campus, like
the Lighthouse Project through the Student Health Center, and they do sexual assault support and services. You also have the Women's Center, which supports survivors.
But what we've found is that these programs are generally geared towards the women. Self-defense classes, seminars, and guest speakers appear to warn the ladies of campus of the dangers of sexual assault. Our question is, why aren't there programs geared towards the men, the assaulter in the vast majority of rape cases? Would that be effective?
I do not think that would help because it's something that's innate.
That there should be a lot more awareness spread among the men because it's really focused on the women and like, oh, try not to get raped. Like we should, obviously like just try to focus more on that's not okay.
Yeah, and I realize everyone has a busy schedule, but I don't think an hour, maybe once a month in a big auditorium like Cox, I don't think that'd be too much to ask.
Yeah, if there was a person who came out and overcame it and talks to the guys, her experience, her side of the story, maybe those guys would understand not to aggressively go towards those women.
There is a presence on campuses across the nation believed to be linked to higher occurrences of sexual violence. Greek life, fraternities specifically. At a recent Halloween party, a fraternity on LSU's campus posted a sign that read, "No means yes, yes means anal."
This was not condoned by Kappa Sigma, not condoned by Greek life, not condoned by LSU. And I think that once people realize that, yes, somebody in the fraternity was guilty, he should be reprimanded the way he was. By no means was this an accurate portrayal of a fraternity of the Greek system as a whole.
Typical frat life. They're trying to live up to the college life that you would see in a movie or something.
If you hold any title here, you are representing us as a whole. So I think it's just a sad representation. I don't think LSU wants to be represented that way. And I don't even believe that all the members in that specific chapter would like to be represented that way.
This seemingly apathetic attitude toward rape is what we believe contributes to the continuing rape culture on college campuses.
I mean, what we really have, we have a crisis of sexual violence in this country, but we really have a crisis of masculinity is what's happening.
The lack of programs geared toward men say, on some level, that what they're doing is natural, expected, or just boys being boys. And the cycle of sexual violence continues. We must prevent the cause by talking to the male students as seriously and as frequently as the women.